Hello, this is Duke from Duke It Out, back with another episode of Weekly 5. And after the Sasha Banks and Naomi news, it kind of felt like I could have easily skipped a couple of weeks. But it's pro wrestling, something new always happens every week, so let's get started. Number 5. Randy Orton's injury. RK Bro recently lost their tag team championships to the Usos, and now it seems Randy Orton isn't going to be making future appearances anytime soon. It's been reported by WWE that Randy has been consulting with neurosurgeons and orthopedic spine surgeons to determine the extent of his injuries. They didn't say what the injury was or where in the body it's at, so that can make people think it's a work. But what's for sure is that Randy Orton is having a hiatus from WWE television, with Riddle even announcing on Raw of Orton's injury and that he's unaware if RK Bro will ever happen again, which will be a huge shame since they were one of the best tag teams in WWE. He switched over pretty quickly though on SmackDown, teaming with Shinsuke Nakamura. The Kings of Bro style? Knowing WWE, they'll just be called the artists formerly known as Shinsuke Nakamura and Riddle. Number 4. Killer Cross to AEW. Killer Cross / Karrion Kross was one of the highest booked NXT champions of all time. Until the Jeff Hardy thing. If you don't know it, I don't want to explain it. Now he has been released and his 90-day extension is officially off. He's clearly going to be a star that people want, and apparently he was supposed to be making an appearance in AEW this past month. During the build-up for MJF and Wardlow's feud, Wardlow had to go one-on-one with W. Morrissey, previously known in the WWE as Big Cass. That appearance was cool and shocking, but apparently the original opponent for that match was supposed to be Killer Kross. But apparently they couldn't come to an agreement in time of the match, but it seems they still have a good relationship, and we could see Kross going to AEW pretty soon. Number 3. The brand split ending. With Roman Reigns being Uwu champion and the Usos recently becoming undisputed tag team champions, it's starting to question the point of championships on separate brands. Well, it seemed that WWE are discussing themselves about no longer having Raw and SmackDown be competing brands. WWE haven't done this since early 2016, and that 5-year period starting in 2011 had its highs, but many, many lows. I could see it worrying talent about getting less TV time if a main event feud will eventually become the focus of both shows. We'll just have to wait and see. Number 2, the Trios titles. The 2017 Lucha Underground nerd in me is very happy right now. It's been reported not only that AEW are wanting to bring in their own Trios championships, but that they already have a design for it. Sadly, that design hasn't been revealed though. If you're unaware of the Trios championships, it's pretty much the tag team titles, but for a team of 3 people. And the possibilities for who could be the first Trios champion in AEW are pretty endless. In my opinion, the champions should definitely be Blackpool Combat Club, but we've also got House of Black, Jurassic Express and Christian Cage, Death Triangle, Undisputed Elite, The Elite, The Dark Order, Gun Club, and the list goes on. If this is true, I'm very excited to see these future amazing 6-person tag matches. And number 1, Money in the Bank's Arena Switch. Money in the Bank is one of WWE's best stipulation matches and one of their most dependable B pay-per-views over the past decade. But WWE were trying to one-up that event this year by holding it at the Allegiant Stadium, which was where they had their SummerSlam last year, with a capacity of more than 50,000 people. Cody Rhodes held an advertisement for the Money in the Bank event as well, leaving a confusing statement on how the winner of the briefcase is gonna main event WrestleMania, but that's a different story. Unfortunately for WWE, they did not reach the number of ticket buys that they were originally going for, apparently selling almost less than 20,000 tickets. Due to these poor ticket sales, WWE have decided to switch venues while keeping the event in Las Vegas. Do I need to say it? Premium live event will now be held at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, which is a bummer for anyone that had already bought flights to go to the show, and apparently it's not a guarantee that they can get into the show, with them selling more tickets than the capacity at MGM, despite of a poor sale. This is a huge L for the company. They haven't had to switch arenas due to poor ticket sales since WrestleMania 7 with Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter. CM Punk even made a funny dig at this, posting the Mania 7 poster on his Instagram story saying, "Another bomb threat, SMH," which WWE had used as their excuse for the sales in 1991. So that was another episode of Weekly 5. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and duke out your opinions below in the comments.